How's it going, guys? Bronami Code here, bringing you another Let's Play of Dark Souls 1 Remaster. We are now here kicking it off with Solaire coming at the second episode, so that way we can move on to what we need to do now. That's an amazing intro. Good job, Tyler. Good job. All right, but real talk though. Yes, we're kicking it off here with Solaire. Basically, he's the guy who gave us the soapstone in the last episode. But if you guys want a recap, just go ahead and watch that one. And from here, we are going to go ahead and mosey on. Now, the reason I haven't moved on from here is I recommend you guys be very careful when doing this, because that red wyvern we seen earlier, we are going to have to actually outrun his flames. So immediately the moment you hit this bridge, start beelining it to the nearest, to this door. And oh, I thought I was going to make it on the first attempt. But yeah. If you stay on that bridge too long, his fire can kill you, especially this early on. I do not recommend you stick around. But real quick, so that way I can show off what I just did. Basically, I ran this way. I ran through that door. Don't go through this door just yet. We'll talk about that later. But for now, just come down here, and you're gonna want to kick this ladder down, and then. I'm gonna write it down. Oh, sorry, you have to just press and hold the B button. God, this is so weird to me. Anyways, now that we got about 13,000 souls, we're gonna go ahead and come this way. Forgot to deal with you guys, but oh well, it doesn't matter. Boom, and dead. Actually, I can't remember if Pyromancy goes through someone's shield. Not really, but it does do a heck of a lot of damage. Boom. Alrighty, so now that we got all that said and done, you know what, just in case, I don't want him sneaking up behind me, so come on. Actually, you know what, no. You get the flame. Alright, we're back.
Ow.
Yes, we're back. Now, we're going to go ahead and pick up the Residence Key. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up the Scimitar. As for arrows. Now, another weapon I want to pick up real quick is a short bow. You will see why shortly. As for large arrows, we're going to go ahead and... Actually, no. We're going to go ahead and pick up a few... About 200 standard arrows. 100? Yeah, I think 100 is fine.
Oh.
Alright, so real quick, what I do want to say real quick is if you don't care about any of the stuff he sells, I would say go ahead and kill this guy, because he does drop a good early dex weapon called the Uchi Katana. It's a pretty good dex weapon, low durability though, but it does do bleed build up, and honestly it's pretty nice. I'm not gonna do it this time, because I might come back for those bottomless box, and actually I don't know. I know someone else sells that. You know what? Regardless, I'm just gonna leave him alone, because I'm not gonna be using the Uchi Katana, because like I said, I'm not really going for a bleed build. I'm going for a pyro build, or pyro dex build. Anyways, I got any souls I can crush? Not really, but it's better than nothing. Alright, we're going to go ahead and rest up here. And we're going to go ahead and get up, and we're going to climb up here. Now, I know I said I was going to level up here, but something I want to quickly show you guys, in case you guys are ever running low on souls, or you want to level up past a certain point, this is actually a pretty good early grind farm, because you can come up here, and the dragon will, the moment it sees you, boom, you get 555 souls off rip for early game. That's not bad. However, if you want a bit more souls, coming out this way, you can actually come over here, and you can kill a couple undead, and then mosey your way out, back up. Kind of parry on that one. Like I said, I'm good at parries, but I'm not the greatest at parries. And there you go. couple hundred extra souls for you to gobble on up. However, later on there will be a mid-game farm that is basically good up and that'll be good for you to grind up until to have in-game stats, but again, that's not going to be till much later in the game. Alright. Now, quickly, I am going to cut away because I'm going to do a bit of grinding, so I will talk to you guys when I get back. Alright guys, I'm back. After my grinding session, I decided to cut off at 20,000 souls, and we're gonna go ahead and now finally start leveling up. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put 1 point into strength because I need it for the heater shield. Go ahead and get my dex to 15. Hold off on endurance for now. Go ahead and get you to 20, and then focus on Okay, so I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna leave that there for now. Get that to 15. Get that to 20. Get that to 15. Then 30. And then focus on getting this to 20. This to get this to 30, I want to say, or I can't remember. I think it's either 20 or 30. I want to leave this at. Leave that there because all I need is 1 point into strength, and then focus on this, this, and this. Boom. And we went up 18 levels just from that. Now that we got all that all said and done, let's go ahead and switch over to the scimitar and the heater shield. Boom. Lovely. Okay, I can go ahead and equip the bow because now we are going to go ahead and take care of something. Now, if you remember that little pathway I showed you guys, while showing you the early grind farm and the other little skeletons you could also kill, or skeletons, undead you can kill for extra souls. If you come out this way, you'll notice that the dragon's tail is also kind of sticking out, and if you hit the left bumper, R1, or whatever it is on keyboard, and I think even left trigger for Switch, because yeah, apparently Dark Souls Remastered got ported on the Switch as well. If you aim it just right and aim at the tail, you can shoot it, and boom. Also, if you're feeling ballsy like I just did right there, which I really don't recommend, you can hit a second time. Now, the reason we are hitting the tail is because... Oh, whoops, that was a miss. Is because after a certain point of, or after a certain amount of hits, the dragon's tail will lop off and it'll drop a weapon. God damn it, I really gotta quit doing that. Otherwise I'm not gonna have enough arrows to do this. I'm probably gonna go ahead and just I'm gonna go ahead and edit this part, speed this part up, because honestly, it's gonna take a while for the tail to even get cut off. So I'll be back in once again momentarily. Okay. So yeah, as I was saying, once you're able to cut off his tail, he drops the Drake Sword. This is actually a pretty good early game weapon for newcomers. Now, real quick, I will say this right now. I don't have the stats for it as of right now, but if you were to meet the requirements for this specific sword, know this right now, this sword has absolutely no scaling. Actually, hold on, I think I can two-hand this. Yep, I can two-hand it. But as you can see right here, even with me being able to two-hand it and meeting the stat requirement, this sword has no scaling, as you guys can see. It has a 200 flat base damage and has a 100% crit rate. Past that, you ain't getting nothing out of this. It's not the worst sword you can get, but just know this right now, after a certain point, I recommend finding a weapon to completely take it over, because it will fall off as soon as you hit the mid-game. With that being said, though, what we're going to do... Now, we could go ahead and head the way that I showed you when I was killing those two undead, but don't. I really don't recommend it, because if you do, you're going to miss out on some goodies. First thing you want to do, immediately hide behind the wall. Get another 555 souls, even though I wasn't really wanting that, and you're just going to want to have to wait right here. Now you're going to wait for that wyvern to drop down. You should do it here in a second. And the moment he starts to jump down, run. No sooner, no later. Because once again, once you pass him up, he's going to breathe fire. And what I like to do, just to be on the safe side, is come running into here. Because what he'll do is he'll repurge, and then the moment he realizes that we're on this side, he's going to go fly off. And there you go. We basically got access to another bonfire and this little shrine right here. Oh, hey Wyvern. Praise the sun. Read message. Praise the sun. Now, this shrine. This is, if you were to at least meet, I want to say 30 faith, you will be able to pray at this altar and get another covenant called the Sun Covenant. Basically, this is the Sun Bros Covenant, basically the best covenant you should best covenant in the game, in my opinion. It's not actually the best, but still. However, though, as you can see, I don't meet the requirements to pray at the altar in order to join it. That being said, there are ways around that. The Sun Bros Covenant is basically a covenant that involves cooperative play. If you were to leave your soap sign down and be summoned to another world and help out someone else, the covenant requirement for the statue goes down by 5. So basically, you'd only have to do it 4 to 5 times, depending on your faith level, in order for you to come back to this altar and join the covenant. However, because I'm not going to be doing any PvP with any friends or nothing, this covenant I will be locked out. I will be locked out of until I start pumping points into faith, which probably won't happen in this playthrough because, like I said, this is just for Let's Play purposes, nothing more, nothing less. Now, that being said, though, as I said, we got ourselves a bonfire. Do not rest at it, because coming out this way, you'll notice a couple soul items on the ground that the dragon was guarding. We got ourselves a soul item and a claymore. So real quick, looking at the claymore, Dark Souls 1 is the only Dark Souls that I know that I would recommend using this, because while yes, it's a good quality weapon, it can also be used as a good strength weapon. So for those who want to use a great sword early on, but don't have the requirements for this Zweihander just yet, there you go. There is your options. And honestly, it doesn't take much. Actually, even for the Zweihander, it really doesn't take much to pump points into those two stats. But I digress, because some people may be saving those points for, like, you know, health upgrades and endurance and stuff like that, which I do recommend you do, by the way, because the more health and endurance you have, the more you're unlikely the enemy will kill you. Again, these constant brain farts are gonna annoy the living hell out of me. But yeah, that's basically all there is to this. Basically, free bonfire, and if you're able to, get a new covenant and a new weapon. Now coming over here, we're gonna have ourselves an undead kind of come at us. Boom, we're gonna parry, boss. And now he's dead. Now to quickly show if you can come up this way, yes you can. Basically, if you were to come through that area, you'd be able to come down here. We got some rats in here though, so be careful. As you can see, I'm getting a poison effect on me. I do not recommend you come this way unprepared, because these rats can rack up poison real quickly, and poison in this game is... it's hell to get rid of. I will say that right now. Anyways, besides that point, coming this way, I don't recommend any newcomers do this, even if you, like, at all. I recommend only doing this if you really do know how to swerve and parry. But yeah, we basically are ourselves a Black Knight with the Black Knight's Ultra Greatsword. Or, in this case, it's just called the Black Knight Greatsword, but to us, it's an Ultra Greatsword. If you were lucky enough to get the other one's Greatsword, or other one's sword, that is considered just a regular Greatsword. However, this guy, whoo boy, if you were lucky enough to get this thing to drop, you basically got yourself the best goddamn Ultra Greatsword in the entire game. But for now, I just need to... I don't know why you're backing up. Just to let you know, yes, you can backstab this knight. Actually, I might as well go ahead and show you. The reason I don't recommend newcomers do... oh my god, he pancaked me. Ooh. I'm gonna flask it up real quick, because I ain't dealing with this. Come on. Up the stairs. I ain't dealing with you down there. Oh, he pancaked me again. Ooh. No, 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 no. Okay, yeah. Right there. I was able to backstab him. Ooh, buddy. Alright, and finish him off. Like I said, as you saw right there, you can backstab him, and you can beat him. Okay, he didn't drop anything. But yeah, you can backstab him, but again, with the tiny platform, I don't recommend it. And I know what you're all saying, well, can't you just bait him like you can with the other guy? Yes, you can, but with that winding staircase, he tends to get stuck on it, and honestly, it's more work than anything just to get him in this area just to do that. So, recommendation, learn the parries, learn how to swirl behind people, or swivel behind people, and you'll basically get it. But until then, do not take them on until you at least know you're prepared, because these guys, like I said, can hit like a goddamn truck. Alright, so moving on from there, we're going to go ahead and once again bait this guy down so we can parry and riposte him. Well, that was a terrible parry. There we go. Boom. He is now dead. And we are going to go ahead and run up this way. Now, if you want, real quick, you can actually make it through here. I don't even know why the heck I did that. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead here, grab a basement key. But normally, what you're supposed to do, you're actually not supposed to go through that gate. I don't know why I went ahead and showed that off, because we kind of missed a lot of stuff coming just by doing that. So what we're gonna do is we're going to... oh my god, my parries are not on point today. We're actually going to go through the way we're supposed to go through without, well, cheesing that area. Is that how you call it? Cheesing it? Oh yeah, I forgot if you're Dex user, you can't do that with that type of weapon. Okay, well, come on, dude. There we go. I'm not gonna... Oh, hi, dude. Alright, sorry for the, like I said, being quiet. I'm just trying to concentrate right now. Alright, we got rid of them. Oh, I did not mean to hit you, Mr. Boar. Oh, no. Okay. So, meet the iron... I think these are called the iron boars. Be careful when... Oh, this is not a good look on me already. Let me out. Oh, God, let me out, please. Thank you. Oh, my God. This guy is very, very dangerous. I know I say that a lot, but... As you saw there, I just basically was able to backstab him. Not in the... I know it's kind of weird where I parried him, but that's the best way we can do it. Be able to do it again. Normally, for newcomers, I'd recommend those items that you see up there. I don't know if you saw the soul item, but those are alluring skulls. Long story short, what I would recommend you doing, that's not this way, is luring the guy into the fire right there. And he would be able to burn that way. He'd be able to kill him that way. But yeah, no. What I just did there, I really do not recommend unless you know the hits, the sweet spot to do a backstab like that. Because even me, who's played this game many times, struggles to actually do that. I don't know how I got so lucky there, but I guess I just did, and I guess that's just the Let's Play curse. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. But where were we supposed... Coming to where we were supposed to go, we were actually supposed to let that gate fall, come down here, and we would have been able to get through the back way. Now, I know there are speedrunners out there who just basically run through that gate and just, take on the main boss that we're supposed to take on that way, and of course you guys are just gonna gank up on me. Alright, get rid of you, flask up, and starting to run low on flasks here. Alright, come on. Come on. Alright. Now coming over this way, besides the basement key, we got ourselves the mystery key. So something I forgot to show you was when we were back at the bridge where we met Solar, I forgot to show you guys that there is a locked door across from where we came out from. Now, if you were to try to unlock said door, unfortunately, you would not be able to do it because even with the master key, there are some doors that require the actual key to actually unlock it. So don't think you can just like grab the master key, run to the like a certain door and then skip like most of the game. It's not going to work that way. In order to skip the in order to actually skip like 90% of the game, you have to do a thing called a glitch run, which I will not be doing. And on top of that, I do not have any practice with doing these types of glitches because, trust me, some of the glitches in order to skip certain bosses and areas, it requires, honest to God, picky pixel perfect accuracy. And trust me, I barely know how to do one certain type of glitch in order to get us more souls, which yes, I do know how to do. It's just I ain't gonna show it off in this playthrough due to the fact that I want to try to make this run as authentic as possible. But yeah, if you ever want to just skip 90% of the game, I do recommend watching YouTube tutorials on how to do it. Just know you will be struggling a lot. Anyways, as I was just doing right there, I basically Went over, backstab the Balder Knight. Be careful with them. They can also just like rack up damage, but they are doable. Also, I picked up a Knight Shield. Coming this way, though, be careful. You want to immediately hit to the left because another Balder Knight will come and attack you. Yes, you'll have another undead sneaking up on you, but honestly, he's slow, and it's really rare for him to just run up on you and attack you. So, like I said, take care of the Balder Knight, and then just deal with the undead guy once the other guy is dealt with. Oh, yeah, there's nothing this way. Looks like the guy dropped something. Ooh, the Balder armor piece. Alright, so now there's two ways we can go about this. We can either go the left path or continue going straight. Me, personally, I like going to the left path because we can start clearing out more items and enemies this way. But if you want to go this way to a certain area, you can. But we'll be linking it up here shortly. Also, I love this little detail. When you're on this path, you see a bunch of enemies. But the moment you walk off, they're gone, and the soul item appears. I always love that little attention to detail. So anyways, it's coming out this way. Look, we've looped back to the main area. But yeah, that's basically the main way we're supposed to go. But yeah, this is basically what we're supposed to do. Is basically supposed to circle around instead of going through the gate like I did earlier. Balder, wow! I might get the whole Balder set before we're at the point where we can buy it. But honestly, I'm not really too interested in it. Now, if I got their side swords, that would be better. Come over here, bait this guy, and there you go, bam! Hidden Balder Knight that was hiding out in the corner, so we're just gonna go ahead and take care of him. Go ahead and boom, boom. Parry him again. Boom. And then parry him. And then just kill him off. Okay. Now be careful when coming through here, because one, there is a mage character up there, or a mage enemy up there that will spam spells at you. So what you want to do is come over here and not get his line of sight, even though I just did, and then come over here and deal with this big guy. Now I don't know what those guys are called that are up there, but I don't recommend getting in their line of sight, because if you do, they will start spamming spells, and they're obnoxious with it. Also, this big guy right here. That's another reason why I didn't want to aggro the mage dude, because this guy has also good eyesight, so he'd be able to spot you through a pretty good distance. So be careful when dealing with this guy. Also, before anyone says anything, yes, I am dealing with him by parrying him. You don't have to parry him. You can just rotate around him and start attacking him that way, but yeah, if you want just to get a bit extra hits in, you can stagger him. You can't riposte him, but you can get a few extra licks in to strike him, so that's what I'm doing. But there you go. He's dead, and he drops Titanite Shard. Also, just like any other enemy, he does have a chance to drop some of his other stuff. It's rare, but if you can get it, yay. If not, don't worry. You can buy most of the stuff that these enemies drop through merchants that we find scattered around the game. So there is that. Let's go ahead and parry that guy. Didn't think I actually caught that parry. And then boom. Go ahead and parry this guy. Boom, he's dead. Now coming down this way, we're finally going to be able to get to the blacksmith that 90% of the players who go with either strength or dex go to, and also is a fan favorite among the Souls fans. Go go ahead and light that bonfire. Come this way. Hello, Andre.
Well.
Basically, this guy is the blacksmith I'll be going to 90% of the game because, honestly, well, him and one other, but I don't want to spoil who that is just yet. But, yeah, just like him, you can also modify your equipment, you know, reinforce things. If you have, Titanite shards. I'm going to go ahead and, you know what, just to... Actually, how much would it be to reinforce my weapon right now? Okay, it's just... Then it turns into... Okay, so long story short, I recommend trying to get a weapon to +5 as soon as possible. I'm going to leave it there at +2 for now, but he does sell infinite Titanite shards if you want. He also sells the Crest of Astora, which we will get later on. It does cost 20,000 souls. You think to yourself, oh my god, it's going to cost too much in order for me to even get, but don't worry, he, there is a spot where we can grind souls that, we'll grind a lot of souls and we'll be able to afford this. We also got the weapon smith box, the armor smith box, and the repair box that you can also get from him. He sells some weapons as well, weapons and shields that you can, if you want, you can purchase them. I'm not going to be buying any of this stuff. Same thing with arrows, but basically no different than what the merchant guy got. So there we go. We're going to go ahead and just leave them there. We'll be coming through this area later because this takes us to another boss that we can take on, but we're going to hold off on that till probably the next episode because I feel like this episode's going on a little long, but that's my whole plan, is to make long episodes so that way we can knock out a lot of stuff early. So coming back this way, we're going to go ahead and open up a shortcut to the Firelink Shrine, because if you remember in the first episode, I basically said that there was an elevator shaft where we fell down and picked up a bunch of items. Well, we've now fully circled back to said elevator shaft the moment we walk out this way. We're going to come out and step on this little platform. Alright. Come down here to the Firelink Shrine. And yeah, we've basically circled back. We have... If you need to restock on your Estus or anything else that you need to do, go ahead and take care of it now. I personally think I'm good. I will go ahead, however, and upgrade the flask. So go ahead and do that. And then now we're going to immediately go back and start tackling the rest of the undead parish, because we're actually about to hit our first bell that we have to ring. If you remember me saying that in the last episode, is that we're going after 2 bells, one of which is coming up pretty shortly, because we're going to be taking on a boss that is guarding it. The Undead Parish. Also be careful, there is a Balder Knight Rapier guy. Just be careful when dealing with him, as you saw there. Alright, just deal with him like that. Yeah, unfortunately, most of the time it... Oh, wow, another Balder Knight's chest plate. But yeah, as I was saying, most of the time I can parry that... Or, not most of the time. I can parry this guy, but when sometimes on stairs, the hitbox is weird for riposte, so I just basically try to just knock that guy out. Also, be careful when coming through here. As you can see, there's a bunch of undeads, and of course he would come. So this guy right here. Do not mess with this guy while these guys are here, because the thing he just enchanted them with is, as you can see, increases their attack power. Do not, like I said, these guys, especially normally by themselves, they're fine. Oh no no no, my good sir, no. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. I might. Oh, oh my God. Holy crap. Ooh, buddy. Oh. Oh boy. I'm going in with less flasks than I want to, but you know what? I like to challenge myself a little. Maybe these 3 flasks will do it. Hopefully. If you're a new player, please do not do what I'm about to do, because I'm actually gonna go into these this boss fight kind of underprepared, not gonna lie. Alright, just go ahead and kill you off normally, not waste time with you. However, though, if you do run out of flask, this is only for in emergencies. Humanities. If you read the description, also heal you back up to full health. I do not recommend wasting any humanities at all, because you have a limited amount of them, and on top of it, if you die and lose them, you're not getting them back. Now, if you are playing the remastered version, there is a way to farm for more humanities, but that's not until close to late game, and so that's why I said I do not recommend you doing that. So anyways, coming over here, we're gonna go ahead and talk to this guy. Now for this particular lock, you can use the master key to just bypass that lock and not even worry about it. But because I'm showing you guys where most of the stuff is, you should have found the mystery key back where we had to. Oh, I'm trying to think of the place. God, I'm having a hard time thinking about it. But yeah, we basically had to. It's basically where I told you where we're supposed to go last time when the gate was supposed to close down on us. But yeah, you basically get that key through there. That's why I wanted to show off that area, so that way you guys knew where the key was in case you guys didn't choose the master key ability. Alright. Once again, I know I keep saying this a lot, but I do not recommend doing what I'm about to do. I'm going in with 3 flasks, and I even myself don't feel comfortable with this. But as you can see here, if you are in humanity state, you will be able to summon NPCs and your friends, but it's only if you are it's only if you're in human state at this point. So go ahead and summon Solarian, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and coat my weapon in pine resin. Hopefully the cutscene doesn't take it away. Alright, let's do this. Alright, we got ourselves here the Bell Gargoyles. Real quick though, I recommend you try to get behind and you slash this guy's tail, and you'll see why here in a second. Oh, thank you, Solaire. Dang, that's twice now you've done that for me. But as you see there, I basically got myself certain enemies, just like the dragon, drop certain specific weapons, like the Gargoyle's Halberd, which is basically a pretty good quality weapon, not gonna lie. Unfortunately, I didn't get what they usually drop, but yeah, the Bell Gargoyles. These guys have, like I said, if you cut off the first one's tail, they drop the Gargoyle Halberd. No, I'm sorry, the Gargoyle Tail Axe. I did not mean to equip that. Pretty good quality weapon, in my opinion. I think the Halberd is better, which they can also drop too in this boss fight. Actually, believe it or not, some bosses can actually drop their boss weapons. Not all of them, but most of them can. Like, main story bosses, they don't drop their weapons. I know one drops a ring. That's not until, like, the midpoint of the game. But yeah, no. Minor bosses like the Bell Gargoyles or the Centaur Demon or, hell, even the Tauros Demon has a small chance of dropping their weapon and you can use. With the exception of the Asylum Demon, you can actually get him to drop his weapon if you kill him before you run through the little gate area that I did in the first episode, but I digress on that one. Let's go ahead and ring this bell, and there we go. First of the 2 bells rung. And the only easy bell to be rung. Okay, real talk. The game can be easy or hard depending on your skill level and knowledge level of this said game. But just know this right now, the next bell that we have to ring is going to be one hell of a... It's gonna be hell, long story short. I just recommend that you know what you're doing before we continue on. I know I kind of spoil some of the stuff with my commentary, but just know this right now. I will tell you what you need for the next area in a later on episode, but until then, we're going to go ahead and call it here. Once again, I hope you guys are enjoying. Leave a like if you are, and I will see you guys next time.